Hi, it's Friday, May 1st. Wow, we're making it through. I'm Selina Sigafoose Jackson, Vice President of the International Chiropractors Association. A couple of weeks ago, I brought up the subject of the major premise, which is a universal intelligence is in all matter and continually gives to it all of its properties and actions, thus maintaining it in existence. So I'm going to remind you again that now is a fantastic time to pull out those 33 principles. If you don't have them engraved in your heart and in your mind, or at least in your soul where it's just automatically your ore of life, you've got to get it there. And now's the time to get it there. The time that we've been given to reset and renew is coming to a close. Things are going to pick back up. They might be crazier than ever. Because we've been deemed essential, and many of us have continued to go into the office, we're starting to see patients really understand that chiropractic is essential and really appreciate the fact that we do keep showing up. So look at those 33 principles and get them deep down in you and start living and practicing them by them. Now, principle number 18 says, the signs of life are evidence of the intelligence of life. Look around, it's spring. The signs of life are blossoming and blooming. The signs of life are far more evident than the death of this virus. So I encourage you to dwell on that there's intelligence in this world, that these leaves still know when to come out, that the flowers still know when to bloom, and that the birds still know when to migrate. So really concentrate on these principles. Principle number 27, innate intelligence is always normal, and its function is always normal. What we're seeing in our surroundings is not normal, but innate intelligence, God within, is always normal, and it always functions normal. Don't forget that. Don't buy into the insanity that we're hearing, that we're fragile beings. We're not fragile. Teach your patients we're not fragile beings. We're not fragile. Last night I came across the book of Romans, and it tells us to not be conformed to this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. How do we function in this world of insanity? How do we comply with some of the regulations, but don't compromise our thoughts and beliefs and our knowing? And you do it by constantly renewing your mind. So I'm encouraging you today to pick up those 33 principles. Read, reread, digest, insert them into various different portions of your life, whether it's at the grocery store or doing your laundry or in the office. How did the 33 principles fit in? And remember that signs of life is evidence of the intelligence of life. We are alive. We are far more alive than any virus. We're far more alive than any government. And while daily I struggle with frustration and anger, I'm going to commit myself to not be conformed to this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of my mind. Thank you, and I hope you have a gorgeous weekend, and I look forward to this blossoming of May and spring, bringing transformation and renewal.